Chosen ones, this message is just for you, whispered straight from the divine source, and it's slipping away if you don't hold on to it right now. It's yours alone, carved out of eternity for the one soul who can carry its weight, the one who's been walking through fires others can't even see. You've felt it, haven't you, that pull in your chest, like a thread tugging you from the shadows into something brighter. This isn't for the crowds or the casual scrollers. It's locked on you, the chosen heart that's beaten against storms and still stands tall. And before we go deeper into what this means for your path, pause here, hit that like button to seal this truth in your world, and subscribe to join thousands of chosen souls awakening together. Drop 777 in the comments if your spirit's already stirring, because that number echoes the heaven's own rhythm, calling back the light that's always been yours. This message lands like a key in your hand, one that's been buried under years of doubt and daily grind, waiting for you to turn it. You're the one it fits, the lock that's held back floods of grace until now. Picture it, not some grand hall with echoing voices, but a quiet room where the air shifts, heavy with promise. And suddenly, you know every scar on your skin. Every night you lay awake questioning, it was building you for this exact moment. God's not scattering words to the wind. He's aiming them at you, the vessel that's cracked just enough to let the river through. And in that river, healing that mends what doctors can't touch, strength that lifts burdens you thought were permanent. You've carried them alone long enough. But this whisper says the load's about to lighten, not because you earned it, but because you were made for it. Feel the ground under your feet change as this truth settles in. It's not about chasing miracles. It's about recognizing the one that's been knocking since your first breath. You, chosen one, with eyes that see through the fog others call normal. You've spotted the lies in smiles that hide knives, the chains in promises that bind. This message cuts those loose, one thread at a time, freeing you to step into days where worry doesn't own the dawn. Imagine waking not to the weight of what-ifs, but to a quiet knowing that provision's already laid out, doors swinging wide before you even reach for the knob. It's your inheritance, not borrowed, not fleeting, solid, as the rock that split for water in the desert. And those around you, they'll sense it first in your walk, the way your shoulders ease, like you've remembered how to breathe deep. But hold on, because this isn't a soft pat on the back. It's a fire lit under the parts of you that froze in fear. You've got gifts buried deeper than you think, ones that hum like a storm building on the horizon. This message wakes them, stirs the seer in your blood, the one who reads rooms like open books and turns curses into turning points. Remember that time you spoke truth into chaos and watched it bend? That's no accident. That's the divine spark flaring up, ready to burn brighter. Lean into it now and watch how conversations shift, how opportunities lean your way like sunflowers to light. You're not just surviving the pull of the world, you're the pull, drawing what's meant for you without a fight. And here's where it gets real. This whisper carries a warning wrapped in wings. The world's noise will try to drown it, voices shouting louder than your inner call, pulling you back to safe but small. But you've tasted the edge of enough, the kind of enough that starves the soul. This message arms you against that, hands you a shield forged from forgotten prayers, the ones you whispered in the dark when no one heard. Now they're heard, echoing back as armor that turns arrows to dust. Step out with it and see how the paths that once twisted shut, straighten, leading to tables set with more than you asked for, laughter that fills empty rooms, bonds that hold through tempests. Pause again, chosen one, if this is hitting home, Smash that like to let the energy ripple out, and subscribe to stand with thousands of souls like yours, rising as one. Comment 777 below if you're claiming this shield today. It's your signal to the unseen, lighting up the way ahead. Now, let's talk about the quiet power in your silence. The kind that speaks volumes without a word. You've always had it, that steady gaze that makes storms pause. But this message polishes it sharp. It's the power that held Moses at the burning bush, not rushing in but listening until the flames spoke clear. Yours is like that unrushed, unbreakable turning moments of madness into maps for the lost. Use it when the doubters circle, their words like rain on stone. Yours doesn't erode, it endures, and in enduring, it reshapes the downpour into rivers of renewal. Friends will lean in closer. Strangers will share secrets they never meant to, because your quiet pulls truth like gravity. This truth you're holding isn't light reading. It's a blueprint for breaking cycles that chained your line before you. Think of the stories passed down, the ones laced with "if only" and "what went wrong." This message rewrites them, hands you the pen to script endings that heal generations. You're the break in the chain, the one who turns inherited ache into ancestral strength, whispering back through time that the fight ends here, with you standing whole. Feel that shift in your bones? It's the weight lifting, not all at once, but steady, like dawn creeping over hills, revealing fields ready for seed. And oh, the doors this opens, not the flashy ones with crowds cheering, but the solid oak kinds that creak open to rooms of real rest. You've knocked on enough hollow ones, heard the echo of no reply. This message points you to the ones that swing true, leading to work that fits like a glove, loves that mirror your depth without demand. It's abundance, not in piles of gold, but in the flow, enough time for sunsets, enough grace for stumbles, enough fire to keep the cold at bay. Walk through, and the air tastes different, charged with yes instead of maybe. But don't mistake this for easy streets. It's forged roads, the kind you pave with steps that scar but strengthen. This message equips you for the climbs, hands you grips where the rocks slick, breath for the thin air at the top. You've climbed before, knuckles white, heart pounding this time. It's with a voice in your ear saying, "You've got this." Not because you're flawless, but because the flaw's where the light sneaks in. Reach the summit, and the view? Horizons you didn't know stretched that far. Valleys blooming where you left drought. Hit like, if that grip feels real in your hands right now, chosen one. And subscribe to link arms with thousands awakening to their own climbs. If the fire's kindling in you, drop 777 in the comments. Let it be your marker on the trail. See how this whisper threads through your days, turning ordinary threads into tapestries of purpose. It's not about big bangs. It's the subtle weave, the way a chance word lands like manna, feeding doubts you didn't name. You're the weaver now, chosen one, fingers steady on the loom, pulling colors from chaos, blues of calm from frantic blues, golds of joy from leaden grays. Others will marvel at the pattern, ask how you did it, and you'll just smile, knowing it's the message working its way, quiet as roots under soil, strong as the tree that breaks stone. This isn't a solo flight. It's wings shared with the unseen, lifting you where solo couldn't reach. You've felt alone in crowds, voices buzzing past like flies. This message tunes you to the chorus. The hum of souls sync to the same beat, cheering your solo without stealing the stage. Connections form not from force, but from the frequency you now hold, drawing kin who see your scars as stars, your questions as quests. It's family, not by blood, but by fire, the kind that warms without burning out. And in that warmth, vulnerabilities bloom into victories. The soft spots you hid now sources of song. This message teaches you to sing from them, not cover, turning whispers of shame into anthems that rally rooms. You've silenced yourself too long, chosen one. Now your voice cracks open skies, calling rain where it's parched, light where it's dim. Listen to it echo back, amplified, not mocked. That's the divine return, the investment of your truth paying dividends in depth. But here's the edge. This power draws shadows too, tests that probe like fingers in clay, shaping you firmer. This message steels you for them, reminds you the probe's not punishment, but polish, turning rough edges to blades that cut through fog. Face them head on, and they fold, revealing the gift in the grit resilience that doesn't just bounce, but builds higher. You're not dodging anymore. You're dancing through steps sure, rhythm divine. Pause for a breath like this video if the rhythm's syncing with your pulse, and subscribe to move with thousands in step. Comment 777 if you're ready to dance through the next shadow. It's your beat in the dark. Now, imagine this message as a seed in your palm, small but fierce, cracking open to roots that grip deep. You've planted before, watched some wither under frost. This one's different, fed by tears turned to rain. Thriving in soil you thought barren, it grows quiet at first, green shoots piercing doubt, then branches wide, leaves shading the weary. Fruit sweet for the hungry, you're the ground it claims, chosen one, fertile with forgotten dreams, now alive with what's next. Harvests of help for hands that helped you, cycles of give that circle back tenfold. This growth pulls you toward mirrors that don't lie, reflections showing not just face, but fire beneath. You've avoided them, seen only lines of loss. This message flips the glass, highlights the glow that's always simmered, the wisdom etched like gold leaf. Look steady and see the leader staring back, the one who's led without title, guided without map. Own that gaze, and doors that barred now beckon, invitations to tables where your voice sets the tone. And from there, ripples spread your choices, touching shores you can't see, stirring wakes in waters still. This message maps those currents, shows how one yes from you, yeses chains of change, from your corner to corners unknown. You're not small in this, you're the stone skipped across, waves building to tides that shift sands. Embrace the spread, and watch how gratitude grows in groves. Your thanks a tree others lean on, but growth has thorns, pricks that draw blood to remind you it's real. This message binds those wounds with threads of trust, turns sting to story, the kind that scars beautiful. You've bled before, chosen one, staunched it alone, now it's shared. The divine hand steady, turning loss to law that lights paths for the trailing. Heal loud, and the hurt heals others, your mended becoming map for the maimed. Like if those thorns feel familiar yet fading, and subscribe to grow alongside thousands turning pricks to power. Drop 777 in the comments if you're binding your next wound with trust. It's the thread that ties it tight. Feel this whisper weave into your wants, reshaping them from wants to wellsprings. You've chased shadows of enough. Hands empty at dawn, this message fills them, not with fleeting fill, but foundations that hold heavy. It's provision that precedes the prayer, manna in the morning, oil that doesn't run dry. Step into it, and scarcity scatters, replaced by surplus that spills enough for your table, extra for the empty-handed passerby. This surplus stirs service in you, the quiet call to pour out what poured in. You've held back, fearing the flask would empty. This message proves it multiplies. Your give a river that refills from source unseen, Serve simple, a word to the worn, a hand to the heavy, and watch how it echoes. Your act an arrow finding marks you aimed blind. Your conduit now, chosen one, flow not force, blessing not burden, and in serving, sovereignty settles. The crown you never sought slipping easy on your brow. This message crowns you quiet, king or queen of your realm. Rule not by rod, but by root deep choices that branch to legacy. Others sense the shift. Bow not in fear, but in the pull of your peace. Your reign, a rest they crave. Wear it light, and the weight wings you higher. But sovereignty summons storms, winds that whip to test the throne. This message anchors you, roots down through rock, holding when gales howl. You've weathered before, bent but not broke now, it's with ballast. The divine weight that steadies, turning tempest to testimony. Ride it out, and the calm claims you stronger, shores reshaped by waves you rode. Hit like if the crown feels fitting yet fierce, chosen one, and subscribe to reign with thousands in the quiet. If the anchor's dropping deep, comment 777, it's your hold in the howl. Now, this message murmurs of mending, the kind that knits frayed family threads, pulling kin close without pull. You've drifted, distances grown like weeds. This message mows them, clears space for circles that circle back, stories shared over suppers that heal old hurts. It's not forced fit, it's found, the divine nudge turning nods to nights of knowing, bonds reforged in fire that warms. This mending mirrors mercy in you, the grace you've craved now yours to cast. You've judged harsh, mirror of hurts unhealed. This message softens the glass, shows how mercy multiplies. Your forgive a flood that floats boats sunk in spite. Offer it free, and freedom follows, chains clinking loose in the wake of your yes. And mercy meets mystery, the veil thinning to glimpses of glory. This message parts its light, lets light leak through cracks, visions that visit in quiet hours, paths previewed, promises pictured. You've doubted dreams as delusion, now they're drafts, divine sketches waiting your stroke. Chase them curious, and clarity crowns the chase. But mystery masks minefields, steps that sink if not sure. This message lights them, lantern low but long-reaching, spotting snares before they snap. You've stumbled blind, chosen one, bruised, but breathing now it's with light. The stumble to stride, each misstep mapped to mastery. Pause here like the video if the light's leaking in, and subscribe to glimpse with thousands through the veil. Comment 777 if a vision's visiting, it's your veil lift. See this whisper as wind in your sails, pushing past ports you outgrew. You've docked too long in dead waters. This message unfurls canvas, catches gusts that gust good, carrying you to coasts calling your name. It's voyage, not drift, the divine compass true, pointing poles you plotted poor. This voyage voices valor, the courage that's camped in your core. You've whispered what-ifs to winds, this message roars them real. Your valor, a vessel that voyages vast, storms saluted as school. Sail bold, and the sea salutes back, waves waving welcome to wonders, and wonders wait in whispers, the world's wild weave unraveling to reveal. This message tunes your ear to them, the hush of holy in the hubbub, secrets sung soft to souls attuned. You've missed melodies in the mundane, now they're music, your march a measure in the maker's song, but whispers warn of wrecks, rocks lurking low. This message marks them, buoys bright in the blue, steering safe through swells. You've scraped sides, chosen one, scarred but sailing now it's with warning, wreck to wisdom, hull holding hail. like if the sails are swelling, and subscribe to Voyage with thousands on the waves. Drop 777 if valor's voicing. It's your gust. This message molds memory, turning tomes of torment to tales of triumph. You've paged through pain, chapters closed, but clinging this message edits, erases edges, leaves lines of light that linger. Its archive alive, your past, a palette for present paint, strokes strong from strokes survived. This molding makes mentors of moments, the hard one your handbook for the halting. You've hoarded hurts as heavy this message lightens, lessons loaned to the leaning, your story scaffold for strangers' steps. Share sparse, and sparks fly, fires fed from your flint. And from fires, forging follows, the hammer of heaven on heart's hot iron. This message swings steady, shapes sword from scrap, your will whetted keen. You've dulled in delay now its edge, cutting clean through cords that constrict, but forging fans flames, heat that hurts before hardens. This message cools the coals, quenches just enough to quench, turning trial to temper. You've blistered, chosen one, but bounced back, now it's balanced, flame to forge, form flawless. Hit like if the hammer's hitting home, chosen one, and subscribe to Forge with thousands in the fire. If lessons are lending, comment 777, it's your spark. Feel this truth as tide, turning in to wash wounds, out to carry cares. You've waded waist deep in worry, this message lifts to lap, waves that work without work, cleansing calm. Its oceans offer, vast and voluntary, your dip divine, emerging etched with ease. This tide tugs talents, the buried bubbling up like bubbles in brine. You've buried bright under bushel, this message bubbles them, talents treading to top, your gift geyser gushing good. Unleash unasked, and universes unfold, your unique a universe unto itself, and unique unlocks unity, the one in the many, your note in the nowl. This message harmonizes, your hum the high that holds the whole, souls sinking in the swell. You've soloed sad, now it's symphony, strings struck by your strum, but unity undercurrents, undertows, pulls that prove the pool. This message marks the main, current carried not caught, your swim sure in the surge. You've sunk slight, chosen one, surfaced stronger, now its stream, undertow to upstream, flow full. Pause, like if the tide's turning, and subscribe to swim with thousands in sync. Drop 777 if talents are tugging, it's your bubble. This whisper wins through will, weaving wants to ways that work. You've willed wild, walls up, this message wins them down, paths paved plain, your pursuit pure. Its will wed to wonder, desire directed divine, steps sure as sunrise. This weaving wakes wonder, the wide-eyed in the worn. You've wandered weary, this message widens, world a wonder walk, each glimpse a gift, wander wide, and wisdom winks back, your way a weave of wow, and wow woos worship, the bow in the bloom. This message bows you brief, breath caught in beauty, your praise a pulse that powers more. You've praised passing, now it's permanent, altar in the everyday, but worship wins whips, tests that twist the thankful. This message steadies the stance, bow bent but not broke, your praise proof against the poor. You've wavered, chosen one, but worshipped through, now it's woven, whip to wing, flight free, like if wonders waking, chosen one, and subscribe to weave with thousands in will. Comment 777 if praise is pulsing, it's your wow. Now, this message maps mercy's measure, the give that gauges grace. You've measured mean, grudge gripped this message met is mild. Mercy a measure full, your grant a gauge of growth. Its grace given glad, the scale tipped to tender. This measure mends the meager, your might a mountain to the mired. You've held high horse, this message humbles, hand held to the halted. Your mercy amend for the maimed. Give gram by gram, and gain gallons, the flow from your font, and font floods faith, the fount that feeds the fight. This message fills the flask, faith flowing free, your belief a brook that branches bold. You've faith faint now its flood, fount to force, force fierce, but faith fans foes, shadows that snap at the stream. This message shields the source, faith fortified firm, your flow foe-proof. You've faltered faint, chosen one, but flowed on now it's full, snap to surge, stream strong. Hit like if mercy's measuring, and subscribe to mend with thousands in grace. Drop 777 if faith's flooding, it's your fount. This truth traces time's turn, the tick that talks to triumph. You've timed tight, talk-trapped this message turns the dial. Time a tool turned true, your hours honed holy. It's now not nag, the moment made for mastery. This turn teaches tenacity, the grip that outlasts the gale. You've gripped grim, this message grips glad. Tenacity a teacher tough but true, your hold a help to the heaving. Cling close, and clocks chime cheer, your tick a triumph toll, and triumph tunes testimony, the tale that tells the turn. This message scripts the story, your strife to song, sung sharp to the silent. You've told timid now its trumpet testimony, a tune that turns tides. But testimony tempts trials, echoes that egg on envy. This message mutes the mock, tale told tall but true, your song shield sharp. You've shrunk from spotlight, chosen one, but shone small. Now it's stage, envy to echo, tune timeless. Pause like the video if time's turning true, and subscribe to triumph with thousands in tale. Comment 777 if tenacity's teaching, it's your tick. Feel this message as mantle, the cloak that covers the called. You've cloaked careful. Cover craved this message drapes deep, mantle made for the march. Your wear a weight that wings. Its call cloaked calm, the burden borne buoyant. This mantle marks mission, the mark that maps the move. You've missed the memo, this message memo's clear. Mission a mark mid, your step a stake in the soil. March measured, and milestones meet. Your move a monument, and monument molds memory, the stone that stands the storm. This message carves the claim. Memory a monolith, your mark a memory for the masses. You've faded fast, now it's forever. Stone to saga, stand sure. But mission meets marsh, mud that mires the march. This message clears the clay. Step steady through the slop, your mantle mud-proof. You've mired momentary, chosen one, but mounted now its mane, marsh to meadow, march mighty. Like if the mantle's marking, chosen one, and subscribe to mission with thousands in mark. Drop 777 if monuments molding. It's your stone. This whisper wills wings, the lift that leaves the low. You've low laid, lift long, this message lofts light. Wings woven wide, your flight a feather's fall upward. It's soar, not strain, the sky a spread for the spread. This lift lights legacy, the line that lengths the life. You've lined lean, this message lengths lush. Legacy, a light long, your life a lamp for the lagging. Leave lasting, and lines link, your lift a legacy lived. And legacy lures love, the bond that binds the beyond. This message binds bold, Love, a lure low no more. Your heart, a haven for the homeless. You've loved Luke, now it's lava. Bond to blaze, bind bright. But love lures loss, the let go that lashes the lifted. This message lashes less, loss a lesson light. Your bond break-proof. You've lost lash, chosen one, but loved on now its loop. Lost to link, love large, hit like if wings are willing, and subscribe to lift with thousands in legacy. Comment 777 if love's luring, it's your blaze. Now, this message mutes the murmur, the mutter that muddles the mind. You've muttered much, mind muddied, this message mutes mild. Murmur to melody, your thought a thread true. It's quiet, not quell, the noise nudge to note. This mute makes meaning, the meat in the mess. You've meant muddled, this message means marked, meaning a meet mid. Your mess a message for the mazed, make much and meaning multiplies. Your mute a map, and map moves mountains, the might that molds the mass. This message moves main, mountain a mound moved, your might a mover of men. You've stalled small, now it's shift, mass to miracle, move massive, but move meets mock, the mouth that mars the might. This message mars none, mock muted mild, your shift shield from sneer. You've sneered slight, chosen one, but stood now its summit, mock to momentum, move master. Pause like if murmurs are muting, and subscribe to mean with thousands in map. Drop 777 if mountains are moving. It's your might. This truth threads thirst, the quench that quiets the quest. You've quested quenched, this message quenches quick. Thirst a thread tide, your drink divine deep. Its sip not slake all, the well within waked. This quench quiets quarrel, the quiet that quells the quick. You've quarreled quick, this message quiets cue. Quarrel to quest quelled, your peace a pond still. Quiet the quick, and quarrels quit, your quench a quell. And quell queen's questions, the query that quests the quiet. This message queen's cue, question a queen crowned, your query a quest quenched. You've questioned querulous, now it's quiet, crown to clarity. Quell queen, but questions quicken quake, the shake that stirs the still. This message steadies the stir, quake quelled quick, your crown calm in the crack. You've quaked quiet, chosen one, but quested now it's quay. Quake to quiet, queen strong. Like the video if thirst is threading, chosen one, and subscribe to quench with thousands in quell. Comment 777 if questions are queening, it's your crown. Feel this as forge for the forgotten, the fire that finds the faint. You've faint forgotten, this message finds fierce. Forgotten a forge full, your faint a flame fanned. Its heat not harm, the smithy of soul sparked. This find fuels future, the forward that forms the form. You've formed faint, this message fuels F. Future, a fuel fired, your forward, a form forged. Fuel the faint, and future flares, your find a fire. And fire fashions faith, the flame that forges the firm. This message fashions F. Faith, a fire fashioned, your firm, a forge of forever. You've faltered fire, now it's forge, firm to flame, fashion full. But faith fashions foes, the fight that fans the forge. This message fans fair, foe forged friend, your flame foe free. You've fought, faint, chosen one, but fired now its fellowship. Fight to forge, faith fine. Hit like if forgotten's forging, and subscribe to fuel with thousands in fire. Drop 777 if faith's fashioning, it's your flame. This whisper wields word, the weight that words the world. You've worded weak, this message wields word. Word await, wielded. Your world, worded well. It's speak, not spell. The tongue tipped true. This weight wakes worlds, the word that whirls the wake. You've waked weak, this message wakes W. World awake worded, your weight a world woke. Wake the weak, and worlds widen, your wheeled awake. And wake woos wonder, the world that wonders the word. This message woos, wonder awake wooed, your word a wonder world. You've wondered one, now it's wide, world to wow, wake wondrous. But wonder woos wind, the whirl that whips the word. This message whips none, wind worded well, your wow windward. You've whipped one, chosen one, but worded now its wind, whirl to word, wonder whole. Pause like if words are wielding, and subscribe to wake with thousands in wait. Comment 777 if wonders wooing. It's your wow. Now, this message marks the mend, the mark that mends the marked. You've marked, marred. This message marks men. Mend a mark made, your marred a mend marked. It's heal, not hide, the scar signed sacred. This mend mutes malice, the mark that malice mutes. You've maliced marked, this message mutes M. Malice amend muted, your mark a malice mute. Mute the malice, and mends multiply, your mark amend. And mend meets might, the mute that mites the mend. This message meets might, amend met, your mute a might mend. You've mighted mean now, it's main, mend to might, meet mighty. But might meets mire, the mud that mites the mend. This message mires none, mire met main, your might mire free. You've mired mean, chosen one, but mended now its mount. Mire to mend, might massive, like if marks are mending, chosen one, and subscribe to mute with thousands in mend. Drop 777 if might's meeting. It's your main. This truth turns tide to temple, the wave that walls the wave. You've waved weak, this message turns T. Temple a tide turned, your wave a wall waved. It's sacred, not sea, the surf sanctified. This turn teaches trust, the temple that trusts the turn. You've trusted thin, this message teaches T. Trust a temple taught, your turn a trust temple. Teach the thin, and temple's tower, your turn a teach, and trust tunes truth, the temple that truths the trust. This message tunes T. Truth a trust tuned, your temple a truth tune. You've tuned thin, now it's thick, truth to tower, trust true. But truth tunes tempest, the storm that truths the temple. This message tempers T. Tempest tuned true, your tower tempest tried. You've tried thin, chosen one, but trusted now, its temple. Storm to stone, truth tall. Hit like if tides are turning, and subscribe to teach with thousands in trust. Comment 777 if truth's tuning. It's your tower. Feel this as forge for forgiveness, the fire that frees the fetter. You've fettered fast. This message forges F. Forgiveness, a fire forged, your fetter, a free fire. It's release, not resent. The chain, charred clean, this free fuels flight, the fire that flights the free. You've flighted faint. This message fuels F. Flight a free fueled, your fire a flight free. Fuel the faint, and flights flourish, your free a fuel. And flight finds favor, the free that favors the flight. This message finds F. Favor, a flight found, your fuel, a favor flight. You've favored faint, now it's full, favor to flourish, flight fine. But favor finds fall, the fault that favors the free. This message falls fair, fall found full. You're fine, fall free. You've fallen faint, chosen one, but freed now its favor, fault to flight, free full. Pause like the video if forgiveness is forging, chosen one, and subscribe to fuel with thousands in flight. Drop 777 if favors finding. It's your full. This whisper weaves worth, the web that worths the weave. You've weaved WAN, this message weaves W, worth a web woven. Your WAN a worth web. Its value not void, the thread thick with the. This web wakes wealth, the worth that wealths the web. You've wealth won. This message wakes W wealth, a worth waked. Your web a wealth wake. Wake the one, and wealth widens. Your web awake, and wealth woos wisdom, the wake that wisdom's the wealth. This message woos W wisdom, a wealth wooed. Your wake a wisdom wealth. You've wisdomed one, now it's wide. Wisdom to widen, wealth wise. But wisdom woos war, the word that wisdom's the web. This message words W, war wooed wise. Your wide war wood. You've warred one, chosen one, but weaved now its web, word to worth, wisdom whole. Like if worth is weaving, and subscribe to wake with thousands in web. Comment 777 if wisdom's wooing. It's your wide. Now, this message mends the maze, the map that mazes the mend. You've mazed much, this message mends mem. Maze a map mended, you're much a maze mend. It's path, not puzzle, the twist turned true. This mend moves mercy, the map that mercies the mend. You've mercy meager, this message moves mercy. A mend moved, your map a mercy move. Move the meager, and mercy mounts, your mend a move. And mercy meets miracle, the move that miracles the mercy. This message meets miracle. A mercy met, your move, a miracle mercy. You've miracle meager, now its main, miracle to mount, mercy mighty. But miracle meets mock, the mouth that miracles the maze. This message mocks none, mock met main, your mighty mock free. You've mocked meager, chosen one, but mended now its maze, mouth to map, miracle massive. Hit like if mazes are mending, chosen one, and subscribe to move with thousands in mend. Drop 777 if miracles meeting, it's your main. This truth traces the trail, the track that trails the trace. You've traced tangled, this message traces T. Trail a track traced, you're tangled a trail track. Its way not wander, the step straight and sure. This track teaches tempo, the trail that tempos the track. You've tempo tangled, this message teaches T. Tempo a track taught, your trail a tempo teach. Teach the tangled, and tempo ticks, your track a teach. And tempo turns tide, the teach that tides the tempo. This message turns T. Tide a tempo turned, your teach a tide tempo. You've tide tangled, now it's true, tide to tick, tempo true. But tide turns torment, the twist that tempos the trail. This message twists none, torment turned true, your true torment free. You've tormented tangled, chosen one, but traced now its trail, twist to track, tide tall. Pause like if trails are tracing, and subscribe to teach with thousands in track. Comment 777 if tides turning. It's your true. Feel this as fire for the frail, the flame that frails the fire. You've frailed faint, this message fires F. Frail a flame fired, your faint a frail flame. Its strength, not shiver, the spark struck strong. This flame fuels fortitude, the fire that fortitudes the flame. You've fortitude faint, this message fuels F. Fortitude a flame fueled, your fire a fortitude fuel. Fuel the faint, and fortitude firms, your flame a fuel, and fortitude finds freedom, the fuel that freedoms the fortitude. This message finds F. Freedom a fortitude found, your fuel a freedom fortitude. You've freedom faint now, it's full, freedom to firm, fortitude free. But freedom finds fight, the fray that freedoms the frail. This message frays none, fight found full, you're free, fight free. You fought faint, chosen one, but fired now its flame, fray to fuel, freedom full. Like the video if frail's firing, chosen one, and subscribe to fuel with thousands in flame. Drop 777 if freedom's finding, it's your full. This whisper wields the watch, the ward that watch the wield. You've watched wary this message wields, watch a ward wielded, you're wary a watch ward. It's guard not gap, the eye ever on. This ward wakes warning, the watch that warnings the ward. You've warning wary this message wakes W, warning a ward waked, your watch a warning wake. Wake the wary, and warning works, your ward awake, and warning woos way, the wake that weighs the warning. This message woos W, way a warning wooed, your wake a way warning. You've way wary now it's wide, way to work, warning wise. But way woos wall, the block that weighs the watch. This message blocks none, wall wooed wide, your wise wall free. You've walled wary, chosen one, but wielded now its watch, block to ward, way whole. Hit like if watch is wielding, and subscribe to wake with thousands in ward. Comment 777 if ways wooing, it's your wide. Now, this message maps the marrow, the mark that marrows the map. You've marrowed mean this message maps M. Marrow, a mark mapped, your mean a marrow mark. It's core, not crust, the bone built bold. This mark mutes the mean, the map that mutes the mark. You've mean muted, this message mutes. M mean a map muted, your mark a mean mute. Mute the mean, and marrows mend, your map a mute. And mute meets might, the mend that mights the mute. This message meets men, might a mute met, your mute a might mend. You've might mean now, it's main, might to mend, mute, mighty. But might meets mire, the mud that mites the marrow. This message mires none, mire met main, your mighty mire free. You've mired mean, chosen one, but mapped now its marrow, mud to mark, might massive, pause like if marrow's mapping, chosen one, and subscribe to mute with thousands in mark. Drop 777 if might's meeting, it's your main. This truth turns the thorn to throne, the twist that thrones the turn. You've thorned tight, this message turns T, throne a twist turned, your tighter throne twist. Its seat not sting, the crown from the cut. This twist teaches throne, the turn that thrones the twist. You've thrown tight, this message teaches T. Throne a turn taught, your twist a throne teach. Teach the tight, and thrones throne, your turn a teach. And throne tunes triumph, the teach that triumphs the throne. This message tunes T. Triumph a throne tuned, your teach a triumph throne. You've triumphed tight now it's true, triumph to throne, tune true. But triumph tunes trial, the test that triumphs the twist. This message tests none, trial tuned true, your true trial free. You've trialed tight, chosen one, but turned now its throne, test to twist, triumph tall, like if thorns are turning, and subscribe to teach with thousands in turn. Comment 777 if triumphs tuning. It's your true. Feel this as forge for the frontier, the fire that frontiers the forge. You fronted faint this message forges F. Frontier a fire forged. Your faint a frontier fire. Its edge, not end. The bound, broken, bold. This fire fuels frontier, the forge that frontiers the fire. You frontier faint this message fuels. F frontier, a forge fueled. Your fire, a frontier fuel. Fuel the faint, and frontiers flare. Your forge a fuel. And frontier finds favor, the fuel that favors the frontier. This message finds F. Favor, a frontier found. Your fuel, a favor frontier. You favor faint now it's full. Favor to flare. Frontier free. But favor finds fall. The fault that favors the forge. This message falls fair. Fall found full. You're free, fall free. You've fallen faint, chosen one. But forged, now it's frontier. Fault to fuel. Favor full. Hit like if frontiers forging, chosen one, and subscribe to fuel with thousands in fire. Drop 777 if favors finding. It's your full. This whisper wields the wave, the wash that waves the wield. You've waved wary, this message wields W. Wave a wash wielded. You're wary, a wave wash. It's flow, not flood, the surge, signed safe. This wash wakes wave, the wield that waves the wash. You've wave wary, this message wakes W. Wave a wield waked. Your wash, a wave wake. Wake the wary, and waves widen, your wield awake. And wave woos wisdom, the wake that wisdom's the wave. This message woos W. Wisdom a wave wooed, your wake a wisdom wave. You've wisdom wary, now it's wide. Wisdom to widen, wave wise. But wisdom woos wind, the whirl that wisdom's the wash. This message whirls none. Wind wooed wide, your wise wind free. You've winded wary, chosen one, but wielded now its wave. Whirl to wash. Wisdom whole. Pause like the video if waves are wielding, chosen one, and subscribe to wake with thousands in wash. Comment 777 if wisdom's wooing. It's your wide. Now, this message mends the myth, the mark that myths the mend. You've myth mean, this message mends myth. Myth, a mark mended. Your mean, a myth mark. It's tale, not trap, the story straight. This mark moves myth, the mend that myths the mark. You've myth meager, this message moves M. Myth, amend moved. Your mark, a myth move. Move the meager, and myths mend. Your mend, a move. And myth meets miracle, the move that miracles the myth. This message meets miracle, a myth met. Your move, a miracle, myth. You've miracle meager, now it's main. Miracle to mend, myth mighty. But miracle meets mock, the mouth that miracles the myth. This message mocks none, mock met main. You're mighty, mock free. You've mocked meager, chosen one, but mended now it's myth. Mouth to mark, miracle massive. Like if myths are mending, and subscribe to move with thousands in mark. Drop 777 if miracles meeting. It's your main. This truth traces the touch, the tend that touches the trace. You've touched timid, this message traces T. Touch attend traced. You're timid, a touch tend. It's reach, not recoil. The hand held high. This tend teaches touch. The trace that touches the tend. You've touch, timid. This message teaches T. Touch, a trace taught. Your tend, a touch, teach. Teach the timid. And touches turn. Your trace a teach. And touch turns tide. The teach that tides the touch. This message turns T. Tide a touch turned. Your teach a tide touch. You've tied timid, now it's true. Tide to turn, touch true. But tide turns torment, the twist that tides the tend. This message twists none. Torment turn true, your true torment free. You've tormented timid chosen one, but traced now its touch, twist to tend. Tide tall, hit like if touches are tracing. Chosen one, and subscribe to teach with thousands in trace. Comment 777, if tide's turning, it's your true. Feel this as fire for the fold, the flame that folds the fire. You've folded faint, this message fires F. Fold a flame fired, your faint a fold flame. It's gather, not gap, the circle closed calm. This flame fuels fold, the fire that folds the flame. You fold faint, this message fuels F. Fold a fire fueled, your flame a fold fuel. Fuel the faint, and folds form, your fire a fuel. And fold finds favor, the fuel that favors the fold. This message finds F, favor a fold found, your fuel a favor fold. You favor faint now, it's full, favor to form, fold free. But favor finds fray, the fault that favors the fire. This message frays none, fray found full, you're free, fray free. You've frayed faint, chosen one, but fired now its fold. Fault to fuel, favor full. Pause like if folds are firing, and subscribe to fuel with thousands in flame. Drop 777, if favor's finding, it's your full. This whisper wields the well, the water that wells the wield. You've welled wary, this message wields W. Well, a water wielded. You're wary, a well water. Its source not sink, the spring sprung strong. This water wakes well, the wield that wells the water. You've well wary, this message wakes. Well, a wield waked. Your water, a well wake. Wake the wary, and wells widen, your wield awake. And well woos wisdom, the wake that wisdom's the well. This message woos W. Wisdom a well wooed, your wake a wisdom well. You've wisdom wary, now it's wide. Wisdom to widen, well wise. But wisdom woos whirl, the wind that wisdom's the water. This message winds none, whirl wooed wide, your wise whirl free. You've whirled wary, chosen one, but wielded now it's well. Wind to water, wisdom whole. Like the video if wells are wielding, chosen one, and subscribe to wake with thousands in water. Comment 777, if wisdom's wooing, it's your wide. Now, to keep this flowing strong, hit that like button if the spring's sprung in you, and subscribe to draw from the source with thousands of chosen souls. Your journey's just heating up, and this message is the spark that won't fade. Stay with me, because what comes next is the kind of truth that reshapes everything you thought you knew about your place in the stars. You've always sensed there was more to your story, a chapter written in light that the dark couldn't touch. This message is that chapter unfolding, page by page, revealing how your every breath has been a brushstroke on a canvas bigger than your eyes could hold. It's not about becoming something new. It's about remembering what you are, the spark that ignites forests, the voice that still sees. Lean in and let it remind you. Your laughter isn't just sound, it's a summons to joy that others have forgotten how to hear. Your tears, not weakness, but waters that carve canyons of compassion, paths where the lost find their way home, and in that remembering, relationships realign, not with force, but with the gentle gravity of your growth. The ones who stayed through the shake, they bloom beside you, roots entwined in soil made rich by your rain. The ones who faded, space opens for souls that match your meter, conversations that climb like vines, wrapping around shared secrets and silent understandings. This message doesn't promise perfection in people. It promises presence, the kind that turns meals into memories, walks into wisdom, shared step by step. But presence pulls practice, the daily doing that deepens the divine. This message calls you to it, not as chore, but as chant small acts stacked like stones in a cairn, marking miles on the mountain. Start with the breath you take now, full and free, then the smile you send to the stranger whose eyes meet yours in the crowd. It's in these that the eternal echoes, your ordinary ordained, turning Tuesday into temple time. Practice pulls peril too. The pullback of habit's hand, old grooves grooved deep. This message greases the groove new, a glide from grind to grace. Your pull a practice perfected slow. You've pulled past pitfalls, chosen one, pulled through now, it's pull to purpose, peril to practice, path plain. Like if practice is pulling, chosen one, and subscribe to deepen with thousands in the daily. Drop 777 if presence is present, it's your path. This truth tastes like turning point, the tip where trail meets triumph. You've tipped tentative, this message tastes tea. Turning a tip tasted, your tentative a turning tip. It's pivot, not pause, the point pressed forward. This tip teaches tenacity, the turning that tenacity's the tip. You've tenacity tentative, this message teaches T. Tenacity, a tip, taught. Your turning, a tenacity teach. Teach the tentative, and tips, turn. Your tip, a teach. And tenacity tunes to testimony, the teach that testimonies the tenacity. This message tunes T, testimony, a tenacity tuned. Your teach, a testimony tenacity. You've testimony tentative, now it's true. Testimony to turn, tenacity true. But testimony tunes test, the trial that testimonies the tip. This message trials none. Test tuned true, your true test free. You've tested tentative, chosen one, but tasted now it's turning. Trial to tip, testimony tall. Hit like if turning's tasting, and subscribe to teach with thousands in tip. Comment 777 if testimony's tuning, it's your true. Feel this as flame for the forgotten path, the fire that paths the flame. You've pathed past this message flames F. Path a fire flamed, your past a path fire. It's trail, not trap, the forgotten found fierce. This fire fuels path, the flame that paths the fire. You've path past this message fuels F. Path a flame fueled, your fire a path fuel. Fuel the past, and paths flare, your flame a fuel.